Friends, Vivekananda's missionaries' goal or motto is for one's own liberation and for the good of the world. Now, these are two parts. So, the question comes when, if it is for one's own liberation, why do you want public money? Okay, that is one question. We can assume that you are saying, okay, it's the public money is not for one's own liberation, but it is for the good of the world. So coming to the second part, for the good of the world. Now this word good of the world and everything, all of this, this is taken directly from Vivekananda, fine. But Vivekananda was he has written it, what do you say, on the spot. Like he did not put much thought in it. Or if you want to believe that he has absolutely put a lot of thought in every word he is choosing, then fine, he has written good of the world. Now you have to still define what good, right? And what is world. But let us come to what is good. If giving a chocolate or a biscuit or a piece of bread to a child is also good that we are doing, right? We can do. Any person feeding another person for once, is that a good deed or not? Yes, good deed. So are you saying, when you say for the good of the world, so you will do this continuously? For example, you do Annadana continuously and you are doing good to the world, and therefore you have fulfilled Vivekananda's mission. If that is what your understanding is, then that is fine. I mean, like it is fine according to the evolution, the phase of evolution you are in. Because if your evolution is only so much that you think that itself is good of the world, then I don't have words enough to explain to you, because you will not understand that anyway, and maybe it will backfire or in the form of hate towards me. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, when you say good, he is talking about ultimate good. Now what is ultimate good? It is a sustainable good, right? See, any good that happens to the world or to anyone, if it is not sustaining, you have achieved, suppose you are in a bad state now, you want to go to a good state. Once you reach the good state, it has to sustain, right? If it is not sustaining, if it is falling back to bad again and again, so is that the kind of good that you wanted? No, obviously not. So good also means sustainably good, irreversibly good, right? So what is irreversibly, sustainably and comprehensively good? That is what Vivekananda meant when he said, for one's own liberation, for the good of the world. Now liberation you will achieve, it is between you and God. World is not involved. Okay. Now world is involved only to the extent that you can show the way that you have achieved liberation, and so that the people who in the world want to achieve liberation for themselves also will just get inspired, etc. It is a small affair. I'm not saying it is a small affair means it's a private affair. It does not involve world. It does not need millions of dollars or that kind of money. It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't even require an organization. But chalo, okay, even if there is an organization like a monastery, fine. Okay, people do all that sadhana, etc. People come and learn. There is a temple and place, etc. wherein worship of Sri Ramakrishna is shown, and wherein there is a guru, and you can take shelter in the guru, and the guru gives you Taraka mantra, and you repeat that mantra, and such meditation practices, etc. I don't need to say all that. You all know that, right? But does it require money? Is the question. Public money. And in the huge amounts? No. What requires money? Public money in huge amounts? Erecting buildings, and some relief works, etc. All of that, acquiring real estate and so many other things. Okay, fine. Now, that also is there. Because the second part is doing good to the world. Now we have discussed that good means not the minimum good, it is the ultimate good, it is a comprehensive good, and it is irreversible good. Okay, I hope you are able to understand that point, and if you are not, then this is not for you. Now, if it has to be ultimate good, it has to be sustainable, it has to be harmonious everywhere, it has to be orderly, it is not chaotic, right? So if you have achieved some good that you are claiming to be comprehensive and sustainable and irreversible, there cannot be chaos in that good, right? It has to be orderly. And if everything is orderly and comprehensive and sustainable, then it is harmonious. So there cannot be any disharmony in the good that is achieved. Now, in that kind of good, if that is the goal of Vivekananda, and that is exactly what you are seeking funds for from the public, and the public is trusting you with that you would achieve that kind of good for this world, that is Vivekananda's mission. But doing the works, doing the service like government does, then you are becoming a parallel government, or the government is not doing good, so you are doing it. People take pleasure and satisfaction and happiness that if they have no hopes from the government, and you are doing part of government's work and well and without corruption, they are very happy about it. Just because they are very happy about it, and the amount of happiness they got is actually, they think that we can donate a lot more money also. So they are able to donate that money. But are you taking that money to become another government, to do what the government is not doing? So are you like government has name government, you don't have the name, like as you are not named government, but because somebody, if not government, you are also doing that and people are satisfied with that, so you are getting respect and money both, approval in the society, tremendous amount of approval in the society. If you are continuing that and you are thinking that itself is Vivekananda's mission, that is where the problem is. You are acting as if that itself is Vivekananda's mission, that is where a problem is. But if you think that that is a good work, yes, it is good work. Feeding hungry people, giving a job to a person who is jobless, these are definitely good things, right? Asking people not to steal, asking people to tell only truth all the time, asking people to respect their elderly, all these are kindergarten good things and you are doing that, fine. And society is happy about it. That is where the problem starts. Because it is accepted widely in society, you think that itself is Vivekananda's mission. That is where we are all wrong. Because Vivekananda is a prophet who shows the direction and how the society has to travel forward in the future, into the future, so that after 50 years, after 100 years, all the problems that you see in this world today have disappeared. So how to go towards that point, that is what the prophet does to the society, and Vivekananda wanted to do that to the society. If you read Vivekananda's books and try to, not from your selfish perspective wherein you gain liberation or some sentimental nonsense, etc., that okay, I look at the other person as God only once, only twice. When you are meditating, suppose some person comes and asks you something, you are very angry on that person because that person disturbed your meditation, because thereby you think your liberation is going far away from you, which is absolute ignorance, right? So if you realize that doing flood relief, fire relief, earthquake relief, or doing, distributing blankets, giving food to the hungry, providing some shelter to the elderly, etc., running hospitals for nominal prices for running schools, big hostels and big schools, mega schools and mega hospitals in inaccessible places and places where people generally don't go, those who with profit motive don't go, etc. All of that makes you an NGO, non-governmental organization that is doing government's work, which is fine. In that respect, it is great. But did Vivekananda start an NGO or Vivekananda? I mean, yes, he did, but was it his main motive or was it his real expectation when starting the missionary? No. What Vivekananda wants, I'm speaking in present tense, is that his children, all of us, we all rise up to the task, okay, and solve all problems, gird our loins, solve all the problems like lions. This is what he said. I'm quoting him. All the problems means all the problems, no exceptions, right? Every problem needs to be solved. Now, the methods may be different. You may take a direct approach, you may take an indirect approach, but you need to at least be sure that even the indirect approach that you are taking will actually reach there. And how far have we come already? Okay, is there a time? See, if you are saying we are not a corporation, so we don't have vision statement, mission statement, 5-year plans, etc. Okay, yeah, at least you have 20-year plan. You're not a corporation, fine. Who is asking you to be a corporation? Corporation, what it does is, it is basically business. Its goal is maximizing profits. So they exploit people. Who is asking you to exploit people? No. But won't you take the good things that Vivekananda found in an organization in general and implement that? Like you are already implementing good accounting policies, good communication policies, etc. You have all of that. You are trying really hard to have meritocracy there, even though there is a lot of pressure to have seniority, etc. be the benchmark with which yardstick with which you measure people, but you largely strive to have. If somebody is meritorious, then even if that person is junior, you would want to utilize their services. That is all fine, but are you at least aiming and are you checking? There needs to be some way of accounting that you will show to the society and to yourself, at least to your own members, that this is our goal, this is what we want, and right now what we are doing leads to this particular goal, which is Vivekananda's goal. In this particular way, this is our thinking. We may have obstacles in between that we are not able to foresee today. Fine, I mean, we will deal with all of them. But this is the way, this is the plan. And we have achieved so much so far. And therefore, we think our course is right, and we will keep on going in our course, and we will hopefully, and if God willing, we will achieve this. And this gift we will give to Sri Ramakrishna. What gift? Not your own liberation. Your own liberation is a very small thing and a petty thing for Sri Ramakrishna. For Vivekananda, it is the last thing that should come in your mind. But I see so many people, hundreds of people, who have their own liberation in front of their eyes all the time as a goal, who are not able to achieve it. And the reason is because they have it all the time as their goal and not the welfare of everyone. And the welfare of everyone is just the worship of everyone. And the worship of everyone is just Sri Ramakrishna's worship, because everyone is Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is everyone. Sri Ramakrishna is the Virat Purusha. If you don't realize that these are fundamentals, if you don't realize this, then what is Shiva Gnana Jiva Seva? It's just a slogan. It's just a political. Is it political? I don't know. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are doing government's work, Then what is Vivekananda's mission? For which you have to take money actually. But you are taking this money of public and you are doing some service to the public, which public sees, and therefore account settled. Because the public thinks that you have utilized this money, yes, without corruption, yes, in a dedicated fashion, it's much better than the others. See, you are comparing every day and night, you are comparing yourself with the other organization and saying, you're patting yourself and saying that we are the best organization that there can be, and we are the most successful organization, because there is no corruption, there is passion for, there is real service. If we want to actually do something, if we order something, then it will happen, you know. So you pat yourself on the back and then you say you are doing Vivekananda's work. No, it is what you think is Vivekananda's work. It is your work. What Vivekananda's work is to end suffering for everyone. What Sri Ramakrishna has come on this earth for is to start a golden age. He has started his advent on this earth, has started a golden age according to Vivekananda. But it will not be shining, or it will not be the golden age if we don't work for it. If we work for it, it will be a golden age. You think everything is mystical. It is a golden age means golden age. You just write that Sri Ramakrishna has come, golden age has started, and it has suddenly become golden age. No, people are suffering. People are suffering like anything. Now you say that people are suffering because of their ignorance, etc. Then the whole point of your knowledge is to enlighten them. That is the whole point. If they are ignorant, what are you doing? It is your job to enlighten them, right? Oh, you are so egotistic. Who are you to do work? I am Vivekananda's brother. I am Vivekananda's brother. Do you think Vivekananda's brother is a small thing? Do you think Vivekananda's brother is irresponsible? Do you think Vivekananda's brother is goody-goody, namby-pamby person? No. A Vivekananda's brother is Vivekananda's brother. No less. So yes, who else will bring light? What Vivekananda said. Bring light to the poor. Bring more light to the rich. Because the vanities of riches are so many. Right? So when he is asking you to bring light, you are saying, oh, I am so impure, I am so penny, I am so tiny. How can I bring light? If I bring light, that means I am egotistic, etc. I am thinking I am a prophet, I am a savior, etc. This is a nonsensical religion that Vivekananda was dead against. Your humility should never come at the cost of others and their suffering. Their suffering. When they are suffering and you have power, you have to work. Like Vivekananda, Anjaneya Swami, Hanuman could have said the same thing. I am nothing. I cannot do anything. Okay, Jambavan reminded him of his greatness, and once reminded, he has done so many things that he has made sure the mission is successful. Right? And that is the service he has done to Rama, and that is why Rama has hugged him and said, like, you are the closest to me. That is only how you will attain liberation. If you are ignoring the Sri Ramakrishnas in all these forms around you, and you want to find Sri Ramakrishna in some Sri Ramakrishna loka, you will keep doing japam, and then you will die in Arogya Bhavan, and then a chariot will come with light made of light, and people will take you to Sri Ramakrishna loka, and there we all grow beards like Sri Ramakrishna, and we all eat and play. We eat batasha and all of that. That is not Vivekananda's mission is for. That is not what we ought to take public's funds for. Yes, public is ignorant. Don't take advantage of their ignorance, and they give approval easily, because it is they're constrained that way, because they're not able to see anybody who is doing at least as much as you are doing. So they are giving you approval. That doesn't mean you be satisfied and you only you embellish and you enjoy the facilities that are there because of the work of 100 and more than 100 years. You have been accumulating real estate and you've been accumulating all of that with consistent systems, etc. And you enjoy all of that peace and leisure that the public has given you with this money, with their money, etc. You enjoy, nobody cares really. Okay, you go, I mean, you eat bhandaras every day, no problem. Bhandara means feasts. Okay, like wherein you have at least 20 items to eat. Okay, so that kind of, I've seen it all, right? So you do all of that, people care less. Okay, but if you do that, you do this also, then all of this is fine. You do even more, no problem. You smoke, you eat whatever meat you want, all of that, that is all fine. Nobody will ask you. But do the work also, Vivekananda's work. Nobody will care. If you neglect Vivekananda's work, everything, every small thing that you do is a big dosha. It's a big mistake that has to be pointed out, at least by responsible people. Somebody will do. Somebody will exercise their free speech. And you as the priestcraft, this whole priestcraft has come again back. Only through me you can reach Vivekananda, only through me you can reach Sri Ramakrishna. If you ignore me, if you deride me, if you find fault with me, then you are finding fault with Sri Ramakrishna. This is Sri Ramakrishna's body, only our voice is Sri Ramakrishna's voice. And any criticism will lead to your sarvanash. All of this is priestcraft. Priestcraft means like witchcraft. It is like only through you people can go to God. This is this attitude, this fundamentalism, this extremism, this sectarianism, this bigotry, which Vivekananda criticized in the famous World Parliament of Religions lecture. Again, you are all there. Please recognize that. And I hope we all use public's money to do the ultimate comprehensive good to the world and not just good to the minimalistic and nominal good to the world. And don't call yourself Vivekananda's followers just because you do government's work, which government is definitely not doing. This government is better, but anyway, still, you are doing better, okay. But that is minimum you can do. You should be able to delegate that. I'm not saying you should not do that. That's delegate it. What are you special for? You are special for much higher things. You have to have a vision. How exactly this whole thing? I have, yes, I have solution. You come live, talk, no editing. We will publish everything. I have discovered it. Yes, you come. I will talk. I have not invented it. I've discovered it. How to do it, etc. Things have been written. Efforts are being put. We can all join our efforts, join our resources, and do Vivekananda's work like that. I hope we are universal enough. Universal Temple of Sri Ramakrishna. How is it universal if you are not able to accommodate a difference of opinion in your own sect, in your own sampradaya, who, like you, worship Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda? If they have a difference of opinion from you, I mean, it's not a difference of opinion, still, even if you think that it's a difference of opinion from you, you hate them, you actively shun them, you actively ask the people who you know to shun them, ignore them, insult them, target and harass sometimes, then what harmony of religions and what universality are we talking about? Everything is already sarvanash. Okay. So anyway, I have to tell this because it is my duty. If I don't say this, I don't know who will. I don't know when they will. So I am telling you. Do I want to do all these things? Absolutely not. This is all homekeeping. What do you care? Housekeeping work. Yes, it is not for the general public also, but at least if the public understands what I'm talking about and then questions, things will be better. Okay? So, do I want this? No. Do I benefit from this? Absolutely not. Does the mission for which Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna have come benefit from this? Probably yes. So I have to do it. It's not for my own good or etc. that I'm doing it, right? So, thank you.